Hello and welcome back to a very special episode of Reeling in the Piers. My name is Gary O'Brien and joining me today is my very good friend and co-host David Scanlon as we present our end of year awards to the movies of 2022. So stick around, we hope you enjoy the 2022 Golden Gazzie Awards. David, you're back. It's the most prestigious time of the it's Christmas time, but it's also awards time. We have to tell the people what's the best and worst from this year because we watched everything, David.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't leave a stone unturned, unless it was Blonde. But other than that, I think we watched everything.
And I missed a couple of bits, but it's purely for
your own sanity.
Yeah. I don't like watching bad things.
Yeah, because we put up your top 10 worst movies, and I was like, why are those all on it, David? Why aren't you? And then I realized that I have watched much more just garbage movies this year for this podcast. Sneakerella and Cheaper by the Dozen, which like...
What was the fire one again?
Firestarter. Yeah. It was great because like...
Was it?
No, sorry. Going through and ranking my top 10 worst movies really made me like thankful for like, geez, I've been giving Avatar 2 a rightfully so bad time. But I was like, geez, it's not Firestarter though. You know?
But it didn't cost... Firestarter didn't cost...
$460 million.
Yeah. It would have to make $2 billion just to break even.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
So stupid. For a movie nobody likes.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, no, sorry. For a franchise nobody cares about.
Yeah, fair.
Except for that one character from Come Fly With Me who likes Avatar, played by Matt Lucas.
Oh, okay.
You know the guy?
Yeah, I know
okay, him. Besides him,
okay.
No one else.
No one.
Except for John Hackett. But those two silly fucking caricatures of human beings.
Called out.
Hello. Okay, what we're doing now is it's the end of the year. Last year we did our best and worst, and all throughout this year we've been giving out our Gazzie Awards. But this is it. This is the Golden Gazzie Awards. This is what counts. This is what movies will be remembered for in decades' time when they're like, did that win a Golden Gazzie? And like, what's fantastic is because we're doing good and bad awards. Who knows? Having a Golden Gazzie doesn't mean you're a good movie, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad movie. It just means you're a movie worth talking about. And I think that is the highest sign of like, you know, things. I'm very tired. So it's the
either end of the spectrum, Gary.
Exactly. It's just such a statement to have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I've been noticed. I've been seen.
Yeah.
I'm better than other movies because of certain things in this movie.
We've seen so many movies this year that most of them aren't worth talking about, but these movies are.
Absolutely. And that's, you know what I mean? Like I think I've seen like 103 movies that came out in 2022. And there's only like maybe 20 here.
Yeah.
So you have to ask yourself, what the fuck was I doing watching those other 80 movies?
What are the other ones doing?
Like, okay, sorry, quick tangent. Let me just see what I can find as like the most... We can cut this out if needs be.
Most average movie.
Yeah.
Armageddon time.
Like, do you remember Spiderhead came out this year?
That's Muck.
Yeah, but do you remember, that was a thing that like was consumed this year as a movie. I was going to do an in memoriam section, but I was going to do for like actors whose careers have died or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was going to be very harsh though.
Bones and all. That was down the middle.
I feel like that was 3 years ago when I watched that. But yeah, a lot of average stuff this year, but that's what you expect. But anyway, so yes, we're going to do our best and worst awards of sorts, and I believe I'm going to put them all on the time codes in the description, which might reveal some of the jokes I have prepared. But look.
Wait, what you mean? Talk about the movies?
No, so what I'll do is I'll have all the awards at time codes so people can jump around the awards. So if they like, I don't listen to Gary shout on about Sneakerella and Cheaper by the Dozen in this bad movie award section, I'll just jump to best movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something like that.
But you're saying the jokes are ruined?
Well, the jokes are in because some of the awards are kind of stupid and ridiculous. And
okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, I get you.
We're having a fun time here, aren't we? You still want to do this, right?
Yeah, this is great.
Okay, I thought we could start with Hidden Gem because now that we've kept the audience and listener so thoroughly engaged with that fantastic riff and bit at the beginning of this episode, that might be longer or might be shorter depending on the edit I do on this. I thought we'd start with Hidden Gems. So the Hidden Gem of the Year Awards. So
do you have nominations?
I do have the nominations, and I might do a silly voice and I might put music in. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Gary, who are the nominees for Hidden Gem of the Year? Unculling Cue, Boiling Point, Brian and Charles, Decision to Leave, The Black Phone, The Duke, Windfall.
7?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Is it 7 for all?
That might fluctuate. We'll see. So yeah, so this is okay. So the Hidden Gem Award, as we've always said, is like it's a mix of like how good the movie is, i.e. like the gemminess of it, but then also how hidden it is.
Yeah.
And the ones we tend to give it to is the one that finds that sweet spot.
Yeah.
We usually have a metric of is it on the side of a bus?
Yeah.
Because then it can't be up for Hidden Gem.
Is it something your mate in arts college told
exactly. You know what I mean? Where someone like so. It's unfortunate because I think from an Irish perspective, I don't think Colin Kuhn is as hidden as it once was because it's getting all this Oscar buzz now at the moment.
But see, okay, but that doesn't make a difference now.
Oh yeah,
I feel like when it was released,
okay,
it was still very hidden. But yeah, I can understand. It was on the news. It was on the 6-1.
I know. And I was telling people about this months ago, but now RT decided to talk about it.
They'll surely re-release that if it gets nominated for an Oscar.
I don't think it will.
You don't think it'll get nominated?
No, I don't think it'll get nominated.
Yeah,
I'd love it to get nominated. I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either.
But I still think
stacked year though.
It's a very stacked year though. From that, 2 other movies from that category I've watched. All Quiet on the Western Front or.
Oh, is Decision to Leave not in there?
Oh, it might be as well. Yes, I've seen that. Okay, yeah, so it is a stacked year. Jeez, look at us watching all these movies. It's great, isn't it? I love this episode is just for us to be like, we've actually seen these movies. Oh, you haven't seen Brian and Charles? The Duke? You haven't watched it? You should get around to The Duke. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is the other thing. There's a lot of movies specifically on this list, but they'll surely be on other lists that it's like, oh, you should go see it. You know, maybe last March.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, if it ever comes onto Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Or Hulu.
But see, I think that's what's good about it, to be able to be like, check it out when it does come, when it does drop. Like, okay, so I think here, so what is the hiddenness one here? Which is, I still think Brian and Charles, because when you think about it, Windfall is on Netflix, as is Boiling Point. Decision to Leave is like Oscar buzz, as is on Colin Kuhn. And then The Black Phone had Ethan Hawke in it, which I feel like was a bit of like thing. So I think the hiddenest of them all is Brian and Charles.
Brian and Charles didn't have any big names in it either.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the gemmiest, David.
See, the problem is, I'm sure you have the section later on, is the most David and Gary movie.
Oh, I didn't put it in the end, but we can throw it in. Fuck it. Okay, do it live.
But I think that meets that definition.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So I feel like it's unfair on us to critique the other, or award that definitively just because of our opinions.
But this is we can do what we like.
I understand that. But yeah, what else is on it? So Brian and Charles, Colin
Kuhn, Boiling Point, Brian and Charles,
okay,
so Black Phone, The Duke, and The Windfall.
So I was a big fan of Boiling Point. Just not only, I think out of all the movies there, it's probably the one that is most unique film wise. And it's again, but although I think what you're getting onto there earlier is it's more easily accessible than the others. True. Some of the others. And
I guess maybe we should give slight bit of context to some of them. So Boiling Point is like a one-shot movie on Netflix with Stephen Graham, I think it is. Yeah. And it just all takes place in this like Michelin star restaurant and things just are stressful and panicky.
Yeah, a bit like Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, where everything's kind of going wrong. It's kind of bouncing around from character to character, but it's all one take.
Anxiety.
And I think they did there's no hidden cuts in it, if I remember, or is there?
There could be, but
okay.
It's things where they go through. It doesn't get.
Maybe we shouldn't get hidden gem.
Exactly. No, the other bits where they go through a door and it goes dark. They could have put stuff in, but like I don't know. You never know.
Brian and Charles as well. Like we said, we've seen that. It's about a man who builds a robot and he's a silly little boy. Yeah. And it's just a cute, wholesome movie. But again, I don't think it's like the best movie we've seen this year.
So that's it. Yeah. And I think on a rewatch we could have differing opinions. Yeah. But I love it.
You love it. And Decision to Leave being the like newest kind of not mainstream, the newest and biggest South Korean movie, I guess, to come up, which is all about this policeman investigating a murder and growing a connection and relationship with the wife and suspected murderer of the murdered person.
The victim.
I said murder a lot, didn't I? But did you watch Murderville by any chance?
I watched the first couple of episodes.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't watch the new one.
It's a Christmas one, yeah. Anyway, we can talk about it off air.
Cool.
But back to this Murderville, Decision to Leave.
Okay. Again, big fan of Decision to Leave. I thought, like, apart from it being a good story, I thought there was, again, some unique cinematic elements to it. Some directorial and editorial decisions they made that made it kind of differing from other, even other South Korean films I would have seen. So yeah, that's definitely up there. But again, I don't know how hidden it is. But foreign film.
Also, I think we should nearly have a cut thing. If it's a hidden movie if it's in Screen 9 in Omniplex and Rathmines.
Oh, big time.
I feel like because they don't trust it on the bigger screens.
Yeah.
The Black Phone as well. I don't Did I put that in? Did you put that in? I can't remember.
I probably put that in.
I don't think it's that hidden. So this is a movie about a kid who's abducted by scary Ethan Hawke and is trapped in his basement, and there's a phone in there that he's able to hear the voices of the other kids that Ethan Hawke has captured. And I think for myself, I could probably mention the podcast, it's just a really solid, like, hour and 40-minute movie. Very tense. It's not too gory as well.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't say it's like top tier scary. It's just a solid thriller.
And I think it also became, I think we probably gave it hidden gem at the time as well for like, she's like, fuck, we didn't give this movie any sort of props before. Like, this is just going to be one of those horror movies. And it was just much, much better than I expected. And I guess if you saw it pop on Netflix, I think people would be like, ugh, one of those. But definitely worth a watch.
Absolutely.
Same with The Duke as well. The Duke is just one of those pleasant, surprising movies.
That's more, I think that's more in the Brian and Charles kind of category where, although Jim Broadbent and Helen Mirren and the kid from Dunkirk, or is that
Harry Styles?
No, the other kid from Dunkirk.
Cillian Murphy. You know when you see him. Anyway, but again, I think we went into that with very low expectations. Yeah. And it was definitely better than that. Yeah. Very wholesome, very fun. It's all about it's a guy from Newcastle. Who all of a sudden becomes in possession of this very, very expensive painting that the UK government has bought, and he's like a what's the word? Anti-establishment man, and
doesn't pay his TV license.
Doesn't
have to. He got rid of the BBC.
And it's a really fun, wholesome movie. Like hour and 30 as well. Yeah. You gotta love it. But again, like, I can't believe they had that in cinemas because it's just kind of seems like such a small movie. And then the last one kind of in this category as well being Windfall, which is just an hour 40 or 30-minute movie on Netflix about a robbery gone wrong. So
this would be the most artsy, I'd say, of them. Mm-hmm. Very good, though. And again, top tier actors, I think, is probably the big thing there. Big draw for a lot of people there. Yeah. They would probably see the likes of Jesse Plemons and
Lily Collins.
It
was so funny. She was on a talk show recently and she was like, so when I was filming a movie called Windfall, and like none of the audience, well, if I was there, I'm like, woo! Love it! Woo-hoo! Sequel!
Jason
Segel,
is it? Yeah, he's in it as well. But yeah, again, I think for this one, it's probably the most artsy because just a lot of that scenery. It's based in Italy. No,
is it
California?
Yes,
California. I don't know what I was thinking.
The Italy of America.
It's based in California desert, and it's just some beautiful scenery. But it's also kind of intriguing. You're kind of trying to figure out where each character's
actual motivations
lie and stuff,
because it's just one of the most awkward movies I've ever seen in my life, where it's
tense as well.
Tense. It's literally a guy who breaks into a house and he's like, fuck, they're home, but he's no slickness about it, and it's just he's trying to learn how to do this at the same, and they're trying to like deal with this man being like, do you want just take the money and fucking get out of here, kind of thing. And it's just, I don't know, it got very bad reviews, but for some reason we seem to enjoy it. Okay, well, those are our 7 nominees, David. I'm thinking, where are you thinking? Because if we don't decide, it's going to have to go to our producer, which is no longer just one person, but now a committee of all the producers from the year. I could name them. Who is it? Multiverse. No, the Chillin' from Fantastic Beasts. Yeah. Multiverse Gary. Gary, who's been DNA like cloned from a dinosaur. Yeah. Harry Styles. The Predator. Damn it, that was my chance to do that joke again. The native actor Pierce Brosnan. I also meant to tell you, I was meant to put someone who I used to work with, and he's from Navan, and we were talking about Pierce Brosnan, and he goes, do you know he's from Navan? I was like,
absolutely.
I was like, well, you listen to the podcast much? And who else? We got John Hamm, Johnny Bacon, Johnny Sausage, and then the Minions. I think that's it. There might be some others. Okay. But anyway, it'll go to them, and that could take too long. So I think it's better that we decide what
all the Minions have to vote. That could take years.
And they're too busy dancing and whatever else Minions do.
Okay, so what do we think? Hidden and Gemmiest. Okay, let's just go down to the list one more time, okay?
I'm Colin Kuhn.
Okay, so that's Hidden and Gemmy.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Boiling Point, Hidden and Gemmy.
Hidden and Gemmy, okay.
Brian and Charles, Hidden. Mm-hmm. Decision to Leave, Gemmy, but I don't know how hidden. I'm hitting on those first two. Keep going. The Black Throne, Gemmy.
No, not hidden enough.
Yeah. The Duke, hidden and Gemmy.
Okay, so I'm down to 3 now.
Okay, and then Windfall, Hidden and Gemmy.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of Windfall.
Okay, and I think get rid of the Duke.
Get rid of the Duke. Okay, so we're down to Boiling Point and
Colin
Colin
Kuhn.
Well, look, I think for the fact that Colin Kuhn is probably going to get some awards buzz from other lower tier awards.
Do we not want to get in there first, though?
Yeah, but...
I think... Because, okay, put it this way. Who has seen... Like, from people we know, who has seen Colin Kuhn and who's seen Boiling Point? I feel like more people will have seen Boiling Point than Colin Kuhn, therefore making it more hidden.
Okay, but does that...
I love that we're working this out on the podcast.
Is that not more of an accessibility kind of aspect? Because it's in Irish.
No, I meant like people in Ireland.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like even people in Ireland
so
just
hidden.
be like, okay. I'm happy to give it to Colin Kuhn. I think that's going to get enough buzz anyway.
Yeah, but then it'll be like, look at these boys getting in there before the Golden Globes.
Okay, fair enough.
You, Golden Globes. Golden Gazzies are the way to go.
Fuck the Globes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with
And
Colin
Colin Kuhn wins an award. Does Gary have music? Who knows? Right, okay. Let's move on to movies this year that need a sequel.
Okay.
So, the nominees for movies that need a sequel. Fletch, Brian and Charles, Prey, Bullet Train, Black Adam, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Now, the Black Adam one, before you get into it, it's not even a sequel. It's a prequel with young Dr. Fate, played by Timothée Chalamet.
Little boy.
Little boy,
big helmet.
We will cover that joke in great detail later on in the podcast. Don't you worry. Yeah, these are just the ones I kind of. So these are ones that don't have sequels announced, and probably very unlikely to get sequels, but that we would give. We would like to see a sequel from.
Yeah.
So look, Fletch. I just want to see
Love
that
that.
again. Miniseries. So Fletch is just based on a book character of it. He's like an investigative journalist. He's just a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a prick, but he knows how to get the job done, and he's just surrounded by wacky characters.
Yeah, funny idiots. And John Hamm looked like he was having a good time.
He looked like he was having a fantastic time. Brian and Charles, as discussed.
Silly.
Silly because the movie like tease up a sequel.
Yeah.
And as I've already discovered already discussed on this podcast, there needs to be either two things that happen in the sequel. One, he falls in love with a lady robot and it's trying to woo her or something like that. Or there's a newer, bigger, better robot that Brian
takes
builds, and then it's like Charles being like, am I not good enough? Or, you know what I mean? So, something like that.
Do you know what happens at the end of the movie?
Yeah. Or just all that events.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
And then Brian goes to meet him or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
In a location.
He goes globe trotting. He goes to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch that. Brian and Charles go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Love that. Prey.
I think that's going to get a sequel.
Will it?
Maybe not actually. Do you know what? Because that was the thing. That definitely should have come out in cinemas.
Yeah. So Prey being a Predator prequel set in like Comanche nation time, and just seeing the Predator go up against like a character who just doesn't have guns and Arnold Schwarzenegger to save her.
But this is obviously this is Hollywood politics now, because this is a film that was 20th Century Fox, who were bought out by Disney.
Yeah.
And Disney don't have much interest in producing 20th Century Fox products or productions.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Well, they made Home Sweet Home Alone last year.
Mistake.
Yes.
But you can understand, like, I don't think
I
they
get
put
you.
a
Yeah, they don't want
huge
to.
effort
They'd
into
rather
it.
just clean the whole thing up.
Sorry, this is just the reason why it was in cinemas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And again, it should get a sequel. I think there's a chance for a sequel there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if it's just the case that they just go to a different.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's like I want
ancient generation, and they're just or go to Greek times.
1920
Spartacus.
1920s Inisherin.
Oh my God, they should have a 300 crossover
with Jared Butler and the Predator.
Oh no, just like those Spartans and a Predator. No, maybe there'll have to be a couple of Predators.
No, not really, because the Predator has guns.
Okay, I suppose.
What are they going to do? Put the shields together and be like, we got them, and then just burns through the...
This is yeah.
Okay. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
We should have done a whole podcast that just where Prey could be next. Okay, and then Bullet Train.
I mean,
I don't think it will, because it didn't make any money.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see those characters again.
I don't think.
Or a prequel with Lemon and Tangerine.
Yeah.
Bullet Train being the movie that Brad Pitt gets on a bullet train to pick up a package, and there's a lot of other people looking for that package, and they're all assassins, and they're all trying to kill each other.
I loved it.
It's very, very fun. And then Dr. Fate.
Sorry,
spin-off. Oh,
just on that. That's obviously based on a comic book. Is there any sequels to the comic book?
it's based on a novel,
Based on. Oh, sorry.
David. And is there a sequel to it?
Sequel or prequels?
Oh, I didn't look. David. I just went through the list. I was like, jeez, I wouldn't want to see none of those.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I looked through the list and I was like, oh, that probably doesn't have a sequel announced.
Although I don't know, like I'd probably be happy if David Leitch just went on to do some more just unique action movies.
Yeah, that's fair. Something better than Violent Night.
Yeah.
I know he didn't do that, but his production company did, so therefore I will continue to moan about it. Oh, we haven't moaned about it on the podcast yet, actually.
Violent Night.
Yeah, we'll get around to it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Should be called Fine Night.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. It was...
Actually, can I say what because I knew I wasn't going to enjoy this movie because there was 3 people who came in, like, they were sitting there early and just talking absolute shite before the movie started. And I was like, how I knew these people were morons was one of them was telling me about how, not telling me, they were telling each other, but I was listening. And it was like, oh, my friend got laser eye surgery done. She loves it. And the other one was like, oh, that's great. That's so interesting because one of mine did, but it got overcorrected. And the third person there was like, oh, what, do they have 3D vision now? As opposed to what normal vision is. Which to her, I assume, is 2D. And she has no concept of depth perception.
No depth perception, yeah.
I was like, these are dumb people.
And then they left early.
They left early at the end, yeah, because they wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Sickening.
Yeah. And then Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I want to see Mrs. Now, this is based on a book as well. And there is sequels to that book with Mrs. Harris going to Moscow and, and to the White House and stuff like that. And I want to see it because Leslie Mann deserves all the movies ever with this character.
Goes to Kiev.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Space.
Yeah, it'll be like the 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, it's that. Oh my god. We need that. We need that in our lives. Mrs. Harris on the 21 Jump Street team. With a Jonah Hill and a Channing Tatum. Or maybe, see, I don't think Jonah Hill's going to make movies anymore. Or maybe he will, I don't know. He's changing his name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think get Mrs. Harris in instead for Jonah Hill. Morbius as well. No.
That'll appear later.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of it. I don't know. I just felt like...
Funny, you didn't mention Black Adam the second time.
Well, I just said a prequel with someone else playing
PB.
Dr. Fate, maybe, yeah. Again, that could just be a whole different movie.
Yeah.
But Bullet Train, I still think. Or what do we think? Or there could be other movies I missed. Kimmy? Nah.
No.
Moonfall 2?
No.
Two Moon, Two Fall?
No. Mars Fall. So you think out of all those, Bullet Train?
Oh, no, Prey, sorry.
Yeah,
I want to see a Prey sequel.
I was thinking Prey.
Yeah, let's go Prey. Let's lock that in. Let's not overthink it.
Okay, yeah.
David proceeds to look off in the distance and overthink.
I just want to see another... What happens if there's another Bullet Train?
Oh, 2 bullet trains. Oh, it's like that classic maths problem. It was like, so if one bullet train leaves here at this time, and they're going to crash into each other.
Or they could do different modes.
We should just
Concord
do a podcast of Gary and David make sequel ideas for all the movies of 2022.
That would be
Avatar 3. Just 1 minute.
Nuke the planet.
And it's James Cameron apologising for what he did.
1 minute. I'm sure
just 1 minute of an apology. Of being like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I spent $460 million to make an absolute steaming pile of shit.
I think you're being overly harsh, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, Prey winning thing. Speaking of pieces of shit, Blatant Muck of the Year, David.
Oh, I love it.
And the nominees are Amsterdam, Avatar 2, The Way to Water, Death on the Nile, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Jurassic World Dominion, Lightyear, and The Grey Man.
Doctor Strange, that's harsh.
That's blatant muck, David. It is blatant muck. We gave a blatant muck in everything.
Yeah, and I didn't agree with it.
Yeah, but the producer did, which was Multiverse Gary. And that's the version of Gary that did like it.
Straight off the bat, it is Jurassic World.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I still think it's Avatar 2, The Way to Water. Potential versus an outcome.
Well, Avatar 2 is only the second movie in that series. Jurassic World is the sixth.
But should we not know? But like, no, because we'd seen Jurassic World 2 and we knew it was going to be bad. Like, oh no, I on this very podcast, I think
you said that.
Like, no, this could be. Guy, can you play the clip of you saying that Jurassic World 3 was going to be good? June 10th, Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah, You think you have a sneaky feeling that this could be good?
I do have a sneaky feeling it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Oh, we were all young once.
I just think like sorry, what am I trying to say? How hard is it to get dinosaurs wrong? There was no dinosaurs in the movie.
Yeah, actually, have you seen that new movie with Adam Driver and the dinosaurs?
Yeah, 65.
65, yeah. I'd be interested to see if they're able to do a better dinosaur movie than Universal.
Because I don't know if I asked you this on the podcast, but why hasn't there been other movies about dinosaurs?
I think they're just too expensive.
Okay.
Like, look at Blue People. That costs $460 million, apparently.
Yeah, fair enough. I just think, like, but, like, they could have a genre of movies.
See, how do you see, this is the problem, though. How do you
differentiate?
No, like, how does one make a movie about, like, what's the plot reason for dinosaurs?
Time travel.
Okay, that's just messy.
I don't know. You could just have someone wake up in prehistoric times and just, like, surrounded by dinosaurs.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out next year with Adam Driver.
I'm not a fucking writer.
What?
I'm not a critic.
I'm sorry. What? Why have you never told me this? You're off the pod, man. Amsterdam, though, that's blatant. You, David O. Russell, and all that cast, and it was wow. It was bad.
Yeah.
And then also Death on the Nile, and that's not really blatant muck. That was we always knew that was gonna be bad.
Really?
Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
We knew it was gonna be bad.
I was very disappointed with that. Really disappointed.
Mm.
Like, just do a murder mystery. Just do a fucking murder mystery. Get Ryan Johnson in. Get him the right.
Stop crying, mate. All these enough tears to fill the Nile.
Yeah. I was disappointed with that.
That's a joke from there's a line in Death on the Nile where Gal Gadot was like, "Here, let me be Wonder Woman, but also we've enough champagne to fill the Nile." But I was saying about David and his tears instead.
Hold on, what? I'm trying
and Lightyear as well.
No, I'm trying to just think back. Okay, of all the movies there, okay, which one did we go to and was most full at the cinema? So which one was like
Avatar 2?
That probably was Avatar 2. But again, that was opening night. Ooh. I just remember there was a huge packed out theater or cinema for Death on the Nile, and I was like,
but that's not blatant muck though.
That's fair.
Like Jurassic World 3 is 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
And nothing happens. And there's not even like a proper dinosaur thing in it.
There's a bit where she's crawling through the water and that's it.
That was my favourite bit.
That was pretty cool.
I could play the bit of Gary saying it, but I'm just going to say it now. It's my favourite bit. But the Grey Man as well. Ryan, what's the name of any of those characters?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
K.
So the Grey Man is all about... K? Okay.
No, that's Men in Black.
Yeah. The Grey Man is a movie about Ryan Gosling works for an agency and they've turned on him and he has to go rogue and they send Chris Evans after him.
But see, again, the thing with that is I always have this lower optimism for movies that are coming out on Netflix.
That's fair. And
like the thing most disappointing about that was they got Ryan Gosling on and just...
He just doesn't know how to pick movies.
Yeah.
And that's a multi-picture deal. That's his first ever multi-picture deal. The Grey Man.
Poor guy.
I don't think he's alright, David.
Yeah.
I think La La Land really fucked him up. No, then wasn't he? No, it was when he was playing
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah. He was in space for too long.
Did you hear about Babylon? It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's not very good either, apparently. Yeah.
What's with movies being 3 hours long now?
I don't know. I think we should have another award being like, this movie was too damn long.
Yeah, that could be one.
Okay, Avatar wins.
Wrap it up.
Let's go.
Okay, what are we thinking?
I think it has to be Jurassic World.
Yeah, fair.
But I will make a point for Doctor Strange though. But I can concede that. I can concede that Jurassic World is it's a movie about the multiverse and they go to one fucking multiverse.
I think you just had too high expectations.
I think the movie itself set those expectations up for me.
Okay.
And that's on the movie.
Are you going to sue Disney?
Yeah. The same way I'm currently suing the other crowd for not having Ana de Armas in a movie. Oh, have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, there's a legit court case at the moment where someone is suing a company or a production company or studio because Ana de Armas was in the trailer and then she's not in the movie.
Of what?
Something I can't remember. It's not a movie she's in, so I can't look it up. I can look it up fine. Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas. Oh, Yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, so someone's suing about that. Okay. But to be honest, I'd sue that company for making Yesterday just because of how bad it was. So.
Lad, Yesterday was fine. Do you not remember the bit where he met
that
John Lennon?
Today.
Do you not remember the bit where he met John Lennon?
Oh, I hate that. Anyway, I was so done at that point. The man suffers no consequences for his crimes.
He didn't do any crimes.
He did do crimes. He's going around.
Technically, in that universe, he didn't do a crime.
Okay, fine. This is not
the Beatles didn't exist.
Okay.
Plus, he gave the world back the Beatles songs.
But it never even explained why it happened.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. What do you mean? What a strangely specific thing to happen in a universe and then not
Harry
to be
Potter
explained.
doesn't exist either. Neither do ISIS.
Yeah, but that's all like fucking set up in the universe. It all makes sense. This one fucking weird thing happens in a world and it's never explained. You know what I mean? It's like, at least in Freaky Friday, we understand why the freakiness has happened on the Friday. But this movie doesn't set it up at all, David.
I think you're thinking way too much into this.
I think we need to give this award to Jurassic World Dominion and move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, Jurassic World Dominion. So the next award is the Best Actor award.
Oh, fuck.
And we have some fantastic nominees in here. But there's one who's missing.
Oh, okay.
And the idea that this person would go home without a Gazzie, I just thought was a crime and a shame. Knowing that it is the first Gazzie Awards. So
Golden Gazzies.
Yes, Golden Gazzies. There is a very clear distinction. Okay. One is called Golden Gazzies.
I can see this joke going a number of different ways.
No, it's going exactly the way you think it is. Don't you worry. And I just think, like 2022 was a good year for this actor, but like they've had highs, the highest of highs and most definitely the lowest of lows on years gone by. But I think it's important to what's the word? Recognize that.
Okay.
And recognize that this year was this actor's one of their biggest, most out there roles that they've ever done in their life. So I think for taking that leap, I swear it's going exactly how you think it is. Don't expect a twist. So for taking that leap, you know what I mean? And then just also providing us with years of fantastic cinema that I've covered extensively on this podcast. I think I've done their movies more than anyone else. Okay. I'm still in my head trying to think of how I could twist it, but I swear it's going.
Yeah. I know exactly where this is going.
So I just think it's only fair that, this podcast, besides giving this actor an entire month of episodes, I do think it's important that we give Navan native actor Pierce Brennan Brosnan the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Golden Gazzies. And what's really exciting is I actually got him, he pre-recorded a message to accept the award. And I just said, like, what does it mean I only asked him one question. I just said, what does it mean to win an award so prestigious coming from somewhere like Navan?
Navan is deep in my heart, on the banks of the Boyne there, across from the town. My grandfather, God bless him, built a lovely little bungalow, and that was my home. I don't know if it's still there.
The funniest bit about that clip is his accent just comes out when he says town.
Yeah.
He just goes town.
So well done, Pierce. Well, yes. Not just on Dr. Fate in Black Adam, but just all your fantastic movies like The Lawnmower Man, The Matador. What other weird ones have I watched him in? The Only Living Boy in New York. What's your favourite Pierce Brosnan movie, David?
GoldenEye. It's GoldenEye.
Would you say you have a second, or it's just like that's the only movie you can tolerate him in? You've seen Seraphim Falls? He's very good in Seraphim Falls.
I'm trying to think. I'd probably have to go into Letterboxd. I don't know.
And that's not a good sign. Okay, well, let's move on to
Mamma
Best
Mia?
Actor.
Is it Mamma Mia?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Let's move on to Best Actor, so.
Just on Best Actor, I don't know if you saw my list originally.
Oh, you've changed it?
I've since changed it.
Okay.
Did you see the one where it was the same name?
Yes, I have to.
Okay,
yes, I
yeah.
reviewed that since it's changed. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the nominees for Best Actor of the Year is Angela Lansbury for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Colin Farrell for The Batman, The Banshees of Inisherin, After Yang, and 13 Lives. Ki Hu Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Lashana Lynch for The Woman King, Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Viola Davis for The Woman King.
The other one actually just came to my head now, and this is You're One Out of Mrs. Harris.
And Leslie Mann for Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
She's very nice.
She's very good, yeah.
Sweet.
I wish, did she get nominated for the Golden Globes? I know the Golden Globes are fucking trash, but they tend to nominate more people because they have it split into two.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have got nominated for Best Actor
Comedy,
in a comedy, yeah.
Comedy musical.
She did. Oh, she did, yeah. Hey. Oh, she could have been that? No, Michelle Yeoh will. I don't mind. Yes, so, yeah. Like, again, I think there's obviously better performances, I think, that we're just not talking about. But I think these all these performances, I think, are ones that we kind of weren't expecting to be as good as they were. You know what I mean? Like I'd nearly include Paul Mescal in this, other than on the podcast I've kind of trashed him, but he's actually fantastic in After Sun. But I just think these are just roles where it's like you didn't have to do this, like you didn't have to knock it out of the park as much as you did. Like Angela Lansbury, for example, for I'm saying that right, am I?
Bassett. Angela Bassett.
Oh no. Angela Bassett for Black Panther 2. Like, what's she doing giving that fucking speech like that in a Marvel movie, no less. Colin Farrell for any of the movies he did this year. Ke Huy Quan coming out of retirement to deliver such an emotional with a performance that starts off so like anyone could do that, and then as the movie goes on you're just like, wow, I can't believe this guy has been sitting on the sidelines for so long. Lashana Lynch as well, and especially Viola Davis for the Woman King, and then Michelle Yeoh, of course, for Everything Ever All at Once.
Yeah. Fuck, where do we go with this?
Okay, well, like, I know who it's going to anyway.
Okay.
But I guess we do have to give time to the other people.
Okay.
Look, no, I think everything we've said, we've kind of covered all this before.
And this is the other thing, is we've discussed this previously. Is this an award for a single performance, or is this an award?
This is an award called Best Actor of the Year.
Okay.
So you can take that whatever way you like.
Okay, so I think we all know where this is going.
Yes.
But I will say,
we'll pad it out a bit.
We'll do a few laps of the track first. Okay. Yeah. Look, I think, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once, again, it's the case of, like, you have these actors giving emotional performance, but also some of the action as well is incredible. I know he's Ke Huy Quan has a strong background in
he's in something else now, isn't he? He's in something else lined up, I feel. Is he in, like...
He might, yeah. But no, it's just like he has his background in stunts and stuff, so obviously he bringing that to the table was huge as well. But then, I mean, I had said it at the time as well when we were talking about Woman King. Like, I'd say that is just an action director away from being like Oscar Best Picture worthy. Like, and it may still get nominated for Oscar Best Picture, but like, I think just for me, some of the action direction kind of took away from it. But that has nothing to say about the. That's nothing to say about the performances, which were absolutely incredible. Like, I think Viola Davis. What was the review again? Viola Davis does snot crying like no one else, which is just, it's true. Like,
or why can no one leave her alone when she's trying to take a bath?
Yeah.
Ke Huy Quan's in the new season of Loki. That's why I knew he was doing something big, which is fantastic. This guy was retired, and then all of a sudden he's in a Marvel project. It was one of the better ones that's come out recently.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Viola Davis. I was watching her variety thing with Jennifer Lawrence, and she's just like the way she speaks about the movie is just like, you can see how much it means to her, both like the movie itself and then like what it means to be as she says, like a 56 or 57-year-old actress to pull off a performance like this when she's not known for it whatsoever. And how she was talking about the, like, you know, you do like something like Offences, and everyone's like, look at that performance, it's so nuanced, but yet all of a sudden you put the word action on something and it's not taken as serious.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the performance she gives here, and like I said, also the Gazzie winning actress as well, or actor, Lashana Lynch as well, who I thought was fantastic. And you know, having seen her in James Bond and that other bad Marvel movie called Doctor Strange, we give that Blatant Muck of the year. No, we didn't. And no laughs. No. Okay, fine. Gary, if you could just put in a little giggle there, just to make my feel good. And yeah, so I don't know, I was so happy to kind of see how she's going. And then like Viola Davis, she's already like at the top. Like, I think she just needs to maybe win another, I don't know, what does she do next, Viola Davis? What's next for her? Like, she's got the Oscars, she does the superhero movie, she's done the action movie.
She direct.
Yeah. Direct, I don't know, yeah. I just feel like she's like, she gets nominated more than, like, she probably gets nominated on the same frequency nearly as
So this
Meryl
is the thing,
Streep.
I assume she'll be up for main actor, not supporting.
Depends, they might try and throw away. Well, I hope not, because I want Kerry Condon to win for Banshees.
She will.
Not Viola Davis, though, I think could take it away from her.
No, because that could be, that could make things interesting. If she's in supporting actor instead of main, because
I don't know, you could argue that she is somewhat a supporting actor. She's not in it that, she is in it that much, but like the main focus isn't on her in a way.
Yeah.
And then Michelle Yeoh, I do hope wins the Oscar though for it, because I think that's a performance, like I said, like you said there, just that ties in the action so well. Yeah. I just think that's like incredible.
And she literally had so much to do, considering like it is it's a proper multiverse movie, and the fact that like you're going from one place to another, and she had to do so many different things. Yeah,
a proper multiverse movie.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just love that I get to reuse all my jokes from all the other episodes. And I think that's it. Oh, we forgot someone, David.
Yeah.
Is that Colin Farrell?
So this is the thing. Like, I know with a lot of his movies, I assume some of them were probably backed up from COVID and stuff.
Must be, yeah. After Yang has that feel to it.
Yeah. And I've always said, like, no, I've always said about, like, you have, the year, I can't remember what year it was, 2017. I'm going to say 2017 was the year that Hugh Jackman did Logan in March, and then The Greatest Showman in December. And whatever you think about The Greatest Showman, fair enough. But you can understand, like, the range he had to have to do those two performances. Yeah. And yet he didn't get nominated. He definitely should have got nominated for Logan, but didn't.
Let me look into that while you talk. See if we can get about it too.
And that's why I've always said, like, you have these awards for like performances, like one-off performances, which is fair enough. Yeah, like certain performances should be kind of awarded that way. But I definitely think there's a gap in the market for awards where it's just like you've put in 2 or 3 performances. Some of them are like so different. Some of them, and again, it's difficult for some actors because you don't have so many movies coming out in a single year. But I mean, they could do it every decade or something like that. You could have, you know.
See, I think subconsciously, awards committees and stuff do take that into account.
Yeah.
That they were like, look, the performance might not be good, but it's like what the actors output this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to nominate him for this or nominate her for this award.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I think there is some element of that is kind of done because realistically all these committee members don't watch all the movies.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Also the people who got nominated for Best Actor that year instead of Hugh Jackman were Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire, which I haven't seen. I don't know. No. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out.
Yeah, fair.
Daniel Day-Lewis for The Phantom Thread, which I haven't seen, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Little boy Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name.
No.
And the person who won, Gary Oldman, for Darkest Hour.
No.
I can't believe Gary Oldman won and Daniel Kaluuya didn't. Now that I'm looking at it.
Muck.
Yeah, isn't it? Anyway.
Patrick Stewart also didn't get nominated, did he?
Well, who can we give out to about this? No. Oh, but I'll tell you who did, who I loved. Oh, yeah, this is bullshit. So Sam Rockwell won for 3 Billboards. And Woody Harrelson was nominated. And then Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, which I haven't seen. And then Richard Jenkins got nominated for The Shape of Water. And I don't remember who that character is in that, so I'm going to say he shouldn't have got nominated. And there's also Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, which I'm actually quite happy he got nominated because he's...
Instead of...
Yeah. Will we still beep that name? We'll find out later.
So yeah, like it's getting all the way back around, you turning back to my point, just have like 4 different performances this year from one actor in 4 different types of movies. Some of them are action movies, some of them are quiet dramas, some of them are historical based, you know, I'm going to say drama again.
Tragedy movies, they're like an Apollo 13 kind of thing. Yeah.
And then the final one was probably one of the best movies that was ever made.
Yeah. It has to go to Colin Farrell. No, but it's just like, and I do think, like, again, I don't think there's any one performance of his that is probably maybe better than the likes of maybe Michelle Yeoh for I Think All at Once. But I just think I think what Banshees probably actually is, it's definitely up there with that. But like even just like the Batman, and I just, I love giving a silly award. So I think this, giving Colin Farrell this means that we get to, appease your need for trying to actually give people who deserve the awards, and then me being like, wouldn't it be funny if we gave it to Colin Farrell for the Penguin, which we've technically done. So I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So well done to Colin Farrell, the best actor of the year, Golden Gazzie Award winner. Right, okay, this next award.
That can go up on the mantelpiece with all his other Gazzies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this is the first one he's got proper one he's got now this year. This one is called the Bestest Littlest Boy. So there's 4 nominees for the Bestest Littlest Boy. There's Pinocchio from the Disney one, Pinocchio from the Guillermo del Toro one, Timothée Chalamet from Bones and All, and little boy Tom Holland from Uncharted. So David, now, okay, we need to break this down. Okay. Who is the bestest of these boys, but also who is the littlest of these boys? So we really do need to like...
Height?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like height-wise, but also bestest, you know what I mean?
Okay. I think the worst is probably little boy Timothée Chalamet, because he eats people.
He does. That's true, David. But see, you have to remember, like, it's not easy being a little boy on the big screen. You know what I mean? To have such a little presence in a big movie, it's something to command. This is the joke. This is going on. This is why you want the time code, ladies and gentlemen.
You can just skip right through it.
Like, it could be a little story, but a big studio making it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
and it could be shit.
It could be shit. You know what I mean? And that's why you gotta have the Bestest Littlest Boy.
I actually did watch some clips from Disney's Pinocchio. Wow.
It's very bad, yeah. Yeah, it's not good, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say he's the bestest little boy, but he's very good at being a little boy.
Yeah.
Is he the best? Who's to say?
Does it look... He looks...
Yeah, it's fucked. It's just don't watch it. It's so bad.
so off.
Yeah. Now, I will say also, like, Tom Holland, he wasn't very much of a little boy in this now.
Less of a little boy.
But he was very good.
Very good. He did manage to
shed the persona of a little boy.
He did manage to jump out of that plane.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think we can give Bestest Littlest Boy... You should have seen me, but the fact is, like, you have to think, just imagine it, like, I'm watching a movie, or I'm on the bus or something, and all of a sudden I was like, and I just open my notes, I have to write the words Bestest Littlest Boy. I'm
literally just going through my head, like, what other movies was there like?
Oh, I was also going to nominate, I had a whole thing where I was going to put Pierce Brosnan in every category, and then be upset that he didn't win, that I'd give him Lifetime Achievement Award, so but I decided against it.
Maybe the kid from Black Phone, is he a Bestest Littlest Boy?
He is a very good little boy, David, but unfortunately he didn't get nominated. And it was between the two wooden boys and the two boys we do funny voices for. And by that I mean, one voice is a bad Cockney British voice, and the other one sounds like we're having a stroke. We're like, big boy, little big boy, little movie, big boy. So this is just for the OG fans. You know what I mean? This is their award.
Yeah, I think it's Guillermo's
little
boy.
Okay, well, it's unfortunately you're going to be overruled here because it's always Timothée Chalamet because he is the bestest littlest boy.
I think it's Guillermo, but okay.
Okay. Well, we could go to the committee, which is Predator. What do you think? See, Predator kind of eats people as well, maybe. So he agrees, and he thinks Timothée Chalamet is the bestest. He's the bestest littlest boy.
Yes. Okay, I can see it. He probably sees a bit of his son in him.
Exactly. There you go. Okay, let's move on to Worst Actor of the Year. Whoop whoop! You didn't nominate anyone, David.
Okay, so it's important to clarify that both the Worst Actor and the Worst Movie Awards are already locked in. Don't worry.
Oh,
we've locked it in.
What are you talking about?
I've locked it in.
Oh, okay,
we've locked it in straight
but I
away.
haven't.
Can
I read the nominees?
So all this discussion, this is just for you, just to pad it out, as we said. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to go through
I have to do my nominees.
Okay,
and the nominees for the Worst Actor of the Year: Jimmy Fallon for Marry Me and Spirited, Regé Jean Page for The Grey Man, Dave Franco for Day Shift, and that's all and Michael Flatley for Blackbird. Okay, so, and I'm gonna fucking.
You're gonna take this seriously.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, I'm not gonna take it seriously. But I have like an Uno reverse thing. I have like something in the back. I have a trap hole. I have a Monster Reborn.
Are you playing devil's advocate?
No. What's the name of this award?
Worst actor.
Okay. Is Michael Flatley an actor?
Did he put himself in his own movie?
Yes, as a producer. But is he an actor, David? No, because if we give him this award, we validate that he's an actor.
I don't care. He gets the award.
No, because then we can't call him an actor. Because then we're feeding into his fever dream that he's an actor. Yeah. We can't give him that award, David. Not when there's a Jimmy Fallon waiting for an award over there, David.
You didn't see Marry Me.
I fucking saw Spirited though, which is why I threw in that he's also nominated for Spirited.
Is he in it long?
He does like a talk show appearance thing, I think, isn't it? I can't remember. And then there's a whole sing song at the end, and this slight spoiler for Spirited. And there's a whole sing song where they're all like singing the same song, but like different events in the movie, kind of thing like that. But, like obviously when they were shooting it, and then all of a sudden Jimmy Fallon appears and he's singing. I'm like, I forgot he was in this movie completely. Why would you do this to me? Fine. You want to give it to Michael Flatley, I guess.
I mean, like, if
I know.
Anyone saw that movie.
I know. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you can give it to someone else in the movie.
No.
Do you want to give it to who's the bad guy?
The bad guy? Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts. Do you want to give it to him?
No, we'll give it to Michael Flatley. David.
Flatley, okay.
Because now he has 2 awards. He has the Monaco Film Festival Best Actor Award and the Golden Gazzie Award.
Was Best Streaming Movie?
Best Streaming. It doesn't matter. Don't legitimize that. Don't give him the actual name.
I think he made that up.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he gave him a lot of money. Yeah. Gosh, and now he has a Golden Gazzie for the great.
Just to go through. Okay, Dave Franco was bad. No, but I think he was miscast.
I think we scrap this award next year. I don't like doing the Best Actor anymore.
You don't like doing the Best Actor?
The Worst Actor, sorry. And I don't like doing Worst Movie because I find myself watching trash. Yeah. I think we need to rethink these awards next year. We should have a production meeting about this sometime soon.
Do you want to have it on this?
Yeah, we'll stick it on at the end.
Stick it on at the end.
With all the awards that didn't get in. What else did I have here?
Best Gary.
I did have one actually. This is a little okay. First of all, we'll squeeze this in very quickly. So the worst actor award goes to Michael Flatley for Blackbird. Okay, moving on to best cameo of the year. So obviously slight spoilers in this, but the nominees for best cameo are Bradley Cooper for Licorice Pizza, Woody Harrelson for Triangle of Sadness, John Slattery for Confess Fletch, Channing Tatum for Bullet Train, and Conan O'Brien for Weird Al Yankovic.
So this again comes back to which one was the best, but which one was the cameoist?
I think it's Bradley Cooper.
It's
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, well, we could get around to that.
We're on schedule, mate.
John Slattery was very funny as well, but yeah, you probably should give it to Bradley Cooper.
And I think Woody Harrelson was in it for too long.
Yeah,
and he's on the poster.
Well.
And then Channing Tatum on Bullet Train, like any other year, I think he could have got that. It's the one where he's like, I'll give you $200 if he's like, is it sex stuff? Like it's so funny. Like it's between his cameo in that and Free Guy. He's doing some great cameos. He's just loving it. I don't know. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
because it wasn't like he didn't take it to look cool. He like literally took it because it was funny, and I appreciate that because Channing Tatum could be making Magic Mike things. You know what I mean?
Okay, no, that's fair. No, but it's Bradley Cooper.
But then also Conan O'Brien, like.
But see, that's I suppose he's the one there. It's like you don't know it's Conan O'Brien.
You do if you've been to his shows like I have.
Okay. I thought he was well kind of concealed.
Yeah. Or I was going to put like someone else or all the cameos from the Weird Al movie.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because Conan O'Brien's doing a Andy Warhol impression, and he was on a show talking about it, and they're like, "What prep did you do?" He goes, "Oh, I didn't know prep. I just was told to be weird and gangly, and I just did that."
Waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like
it's Bradley. It's the Coops. It's one of the. It's like.
It's so.
And again,
funny.
it's probably our bias again, but it's just so bombastic from the minute he shows up on screen. So in this movie, Licorice Pizza, we've got the character called Gary, and he's trying to woo this like woman who's not much older than him. Like he's 15, and she's like 22 or something. And he has a business making selling waterbeds. And he goes to Barbra Streisand's house, and her partner at the time, a Hollywood producer whose name I can't remember. I could look into it. Why'd you make me?
John something.
John Peters. And he's just this fucking coked up, fucking manic lad who's just like so serious but so playful at the same time, and is also trying to like hit on the girl. And he talks about how he's getting all the tail, and it's his, and it belongs to him.
And then. Like he leaves screen and then he comes back on screen and it's just
so good.
It's so funny.
I don't like that movie, but I will watch that clip forever because of his performance in it. Because I was nearly going to put him in Best Actor because of like how much he just stole that movie. It's my favorite part of that movie. I can't really remember what the plot was. There was not even a pizza, David.
Yeah, it was. What was that? What was the Licorice Pizza again? It's
vinyl.
Vinyl. Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations to Bradley Cooper for Best Cameo of the Year.
Awesome.
Best Ensemble. So the nominees are Banshees of Inisherin, Barbarian, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, The Batman, The Menu, and Windfall.
I watched the old Knives Out. I didn't finish it, but I'm starting to think that's a lot better than the new one.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think the first one is the best at being Knives Out.
Okay.
And the second one is not a Knives Out. I know it's a Knives Out mystery, but it's a different story. It's a different type of mystery movie. And I think that's why I liked it so much, because I wasn't a big fan of the first one. I thought it was fine. I just didn't really get the hype everyone else was kind of saying about it. But I just think the second one is just much more of a... I don't know. The first one is very good. I still prefer the second one, though.
It's just kind of what came to my head when I was watching it is like all the characters in it are just like so caricatured, but maybe that's what they were going for.
In the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of...
I still think the cast is better in the first one, though.
Yeah.
Spoiler, that's not getting the award.
No, okay.
Barbarian, you put Barbarian in.
Yeah, a tight cast.
3, maybe 4.
3,
potentially 5.
Yeah.
Could be 6.
And I mean, like...
I don't think I've seen Barbarian.
Everyone does a good job in it. Like,
yeah.
I mean... I think Naomi Campbell kind of... his name I can't...
No.
Naomi...
Georgina Campbell,
sorry.
Georgina. So there's Bill Skarsgård, Justin Long, Georgina Campbell, and other people.
Yeah. But I just think she kind of carries it because she's probably in it the most. Okay, Bill Skarsgård's in it.
He's so well cast.
And he was just... I think he's just really well cast. But also he just pulls off awkward, but also... sinister.
Yeah. No, and like that's the thing. So the whole thing, again, if you haven't seen Barbarian, go watch it. I don't really want to spoil it here still because I want everyone to go see this movie.
Yeah.
But like there's an inherent threat in this movie that we're not too sure where it's coming from. But we've got all we're presented with is this very nice, lovely guy, Bill Skarsgård's playing. And you're like, oh, he couldn't hurt her, but yet he looks like a ghoul. And you're like, you're doing all the right things, Billy, but you look like you're about to haunt this fucking house. So you just can't trust him.
Yeah, you look like Pennywise.
Yeah, exactly. Which I just think he's so well cast.
And then Justin Long. I don't think Justin Long is outstanding, but he does exactly what he needs to, and he's just so. I think he plays it so well.
Yeah.
I think he's just so used to playing that type of character.
He's playing like this Hollywood actor
yeah.
who is like quite just like up his own hole effectively.
Yeah.
But then also there's kind of not sinister. There's some sort of a background to his character.
That's behind the scenes. Kind of things
and he
on.
plays that element of it quite well, I thought too.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know what Justin Long's range is like. But
Yeah. I suppose just in terms of the award, it probably doesn't deserve to be here because it's like Ensemble. I mean, Ensemble is usually a huge cast, whereas this is like this tiny.
Well, we just named 3 actors there.
Yeah.
When you look at Banshees, we're probably talking about 4 as well. Well, the 2 lads, Unbelievables.
Yeah.
Like Banshees, like that's definitely up there for me for like the best ensemble because they're all like everyone in that, like there's no one who you could think like, oh, but what if we cast this person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Even the old woman.
the old woman's fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Even the
guard.
I think this wins
Yeah.
because it's the fucking animals as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like
yeah.
the animals are included. Like not many movies this year had a great ensemble that had fantastic animals in it as well.
Yeah.
Except for the Batman. That had a
Even
good
like the
penguin and a good
guard,
cat.
she goes into the shop as well, the nosy shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah.
What else we got here? The Batman.
But everyone was great in Batman.
I still think John Turturro was miscast.
Yeah, fair.
And Paul Dano was fantastic. And Selena Kyle. And Alfred was good. Yeah, I just think it was Falcone was miscast.
Yeah, fair.
And then Menu, top notch as well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recast
was
anyone.
great. Yeah, the waiter girl. She was great.
Although I could see it being way more star-studded than it is. Like I could
can understand
Like
that,
I could see I could see that cast. I could see that movie being better with a better cast. I'm not saying it's bad or by any means. I'm just saying like
I think the problem there is you're taking away from the 2 leads.
But that's it. Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah. So.
And I mean, like, I just think like you would have there was such a big focus on number 1 Ralph Fiennes, but number 2 Nicholas Hoult and Anya Taylor-Joy, and then like I just feel like you could put, I don't know, who would do a movie like that? Idris Elba, but Idris Elba in the corner. You're just like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, fair, yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the names that were there, I mean, they all did a good job. I think, like having seen John Leguizamo in Violent Night, you're like, wow, you really put in a strong performance
exactly.
over
You
there.
actually fucking tried.
And
Windfall, again, 3 cast member. I wouldn't say it's I think is the writing or is it the performance?
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to for me. And I'm not going to look into it, so no.
yeah, fair.
And I think it has to be Banshees.
Yeah. That's right.
Because put it this way, it's also a movie where I was like, I would say all the 4 main characters could get Oscar nominations if not win.
Yeah.
Well, not Brendan Gleeson, he won't win. I don't think. Well, Kerry Condon might. No, that's Angela Lansbury's award.
Angela Lansbury.
She's getting that. And then
Posthumously.
I'm trying to think who's up for like best supporting. Probably Ki-Hoo Kwan. Be either him or Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan and Brendan Gleeson were nominated for
Critics,
Golden Globes and Critics, I think. So
I would give it to Barry over Brendan. Although I'd like Brendan to have an Oscar. The two lads with Oscars at the end. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're giving it to Banshees. Well, congratulations, Banshees, the winners of the best ensemble of the year.
See, there's a huge leaning towards Irish films.
Yeah, right, so. Right, we're on to the silly one again.
Another one.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go
well,
for it.
I've staggered these poorly. This is the award called the Best Gary in a Motion Picture for 2022. Right. So there's 5 nominees. So there's Gary from Meet Cute, played by Pete Davidson.
Wait, what?
Pete Davidson plays a character called Gary in Meet Cute.
What's Meet Cute?
It's a movie about a woman who can time travel, I think, to have a planned Meet Cute with Peter Davidson. It's played. It's Kelly Kuokoko.
Never heard of
I
that.
saw the trailer. She said the name Gary. I was like, going on the list.
Nice.
I was like, I'm not watching it, but it's on the list. As you can see, there is not many options this year. Moonfall.
Yeah.
The Gary from Moonfall. So I have to do this properly. So the nominees for Best Gary in a Motion Picture is Gary from Meet Cute, Gary from Moonfall, Gary from Spirited, Gary from Licorice Pizza, or Gary from Something from Tiffany's.
Nice.
So the Gary from Moonfall is someone that just gets shouted at.
Yeah.
The Gary from Spirited is someone who just gets shouted at. The Gary from Licorice Pizza is the main character.
Gets shouted at by many
Gets
people.
shouted at by Bradley Cooper. And the Gary from Something from Tiffany's. Maybe we should have called Gary from Tiffany's. Something from Tiffany's is Lily told me that there's a Gary in that movie, so I was like, it's on the list.
Nice.
So, okay, there's two ways to look at this thing. Just so stupid. There's two ways to look at this. Do we give it to the Moonfall one because it's such a funny scene? Or do we give it to the Gary from Licorice Pizza because that's a character that says more than one fucking line?
Nah, it's gone straight to Moonfall.
Moonfall Gary wins Best Gary in a Motion Picture. Right.
He's
Worst
such a hillbilly,
movie of the year. So we've got 8 nominations for this.
And again, people, we all know where it's going. Don't
Okay,
worry about
The
yourself.
nominations for the worst movie of the year are Blackbird, Cheaper by the Dozen, Fall, Firestarter, Moonfall, Morbius, Sneakerella, and The Bubble.
So,
Once again, if we give this worst movie, you're saying it's a movie.
I was just going to say I was going to actually leave the room because Gary's seen all these movies and I haven't.
Yeah, I actually, it was so fun actually looking at this list again because I was like, man, Firestarter, Sneakerella, Cheaper by the Dozen. Like, I've lost my mind watching those movies. And like, at some point I'm like, see, this is the thing. It's okay. Here's my thing about worst movies, and I didn't want to put Blackbird number 1, but it is the worst movie. However, I think of all those movies on my top 10 worst list, it's the one I enjoyed the most.
Okay.
And in my head, I was just like, I would love to, like, so next year, I'd love to watch a bad movie to know it was a bad movie for the funny element of it,
Yeah.
rather than watch The Grey Man, which is just nothing
Yeah.
of a movie and is bad in that sense.
Yeah.
Whereas Cheap by the Dozen, I'll never forget it, Dave. Same with Sneakerella. Same with Moonfall and Morbius and the Bubbles.
The Bubble's muck.
Can we give it to the Bubble? No, okay, we give it to Blackbird. Fine.
It's absolutely Blackbird.
Why? Come on, have a bit of Christmas spirit, David.
Actually, do you know what? I could be tempted for the Bubble. The Bubble was fucking muck.
I sense
Sense
a weakness.
There was more than one TikTok dance. Was there three TikTok dances?
I don't know. It's too many. No, we'll give it to Blackbird. But I will say, like, Firestarter's fucking hot trash.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not going to give it to a movie you haven't seen because I don't think you'll believe me. It's worse than Blackbird.
I don't know. I can't believe anything is worse than Blackbird. Like, I've seen The Room, and it's like it's just a bit better than that. Maybe just because it's shorter.
Yeah. Okay, we're giving it to Blackbird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine. The worst movie of the year goes to Blackbird.
Yeah, it's like, and you know what? This is
Section is over, David.
Yeah, this is just
we're moving on.
This is just what I wanted to mention is that the annoying thing for me is when I went to see Blackbird. Okay, the cinema was definitely busier than
Brian Charles.
No, not even Brian Charles on Colin Keown.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like. But of course, like Colin Keown has to get some awards buzz before anyone goes to see it or anyone even takes any notice.
Would you say more people in Ireland this year have seen Blackbird instead of on Colin Keown?
I don't know how many theatres actually released Blackbird because you remember what happened? Like it was in Omniplex and then it left and then it came back. Yeah. So I don't know how many theatres actually did that. But I would
say more people.
I would say
saw
more,
Blackbird.
Would say more
Omniplex anyway.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah,
it was definitely showing more.
Yeah, there you go.
So, by definition, which is disgraceful, really, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. No, I do hate it. No, because I liked and this was fantastic. It's still not on streaming because he knows he can't release it on streaming because it'll be ripped to shreds then, and that's what I love. I just love that it was so bad. Like it's just so bad from every element of it, and I just think like. Wow, what a wild misfire. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like if it was average, I would hate it because at least he'd be like, oh, well, some people liked it. Nobody liked this movie. And that's what I think is fantastic about it. It's like when Jamie Heaslip was like, should I start a podcast? It was overwhelming no. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just such a great public shaming of his reputation that I think is why that movie getting the sort of attention it did makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. But just on that point, the only thing that was kind of was pushing me in the direction of on the Bubble is that you have so many people that were attached to that have done good things. Like some really good kind of comedic actors. You have Pedro Pascal. How did they get Pedro Pascal to do that?
So I still think my whole thing with this movie is people were lured in by, oh my god, isn't it funny to make a movie about like the experience we went through during COVID, and like that was the hook that got people in rather than like a script.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, we'll do some TikTok dances.
Yeah, like, so in terms of just like the ability to make something good, like Blackbird was never going to be good. Mm-hmm. But like the people that are attached to the bubble should have made something even legitimately good, where it wasn't.
Yeah, should have to as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's move on.
Let's move on. Do you want to do best David and Gary movie of the year?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I have to find it. One second. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So the nominees for best Gary and David movie of the year are Brian and Charles, Bullet Train, Windfall, Triangle of Sadness, and Confess Fletch.
Do we want to kind of explain what the
Nope.
award is for? Just
Nope.
I'm sure people get it from the nominations.
Maybe, but I prefer the mayhem. No, this is just movies that people who've listened to this podcast all year just know that there's just a certain type of silly movie that we probably give better reviews for because of its silliness rather than its actual.
And I believe rightly so.
Rightly so. Well, like, look, I think. Okay, so what is a Gary and David movie? Like, is it a movie that the critics we like but critics don't because it's silly, or is it just the silliness of it that's good? Because like, you look at Brian and Charles, that's a silly movie we love, but the critics like it. Whereas something like Bullet Train and Windfall the critics didn't love it, and we loved it because it's silly.
Yeah.
Again, this is the most self-indulgent thing I think I've ever done on the podcast.
Yeah.
What a way to isolate people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just that type of movie that is just
What is?
like these movies.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were one particular saying.
No. There's just they're the type of movie where it's like there are certain bits where it's just mayhem. Like the only thing I can kind of compare it to is if in the bit in Confess Fetch, it's just like you're in a kitchen, there's a dog peeing, there's fire, there's
and the actress is just like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then the scene in Triangle of Sadness on the boat where everyone's vomiting.
Yeah.
Or the scene in a Bullet Train with, I don't know, the toilet.
Any bits with
anything.
Tangerine and lemon.
Or the bit in Brian and Charles where...
I don't know, anything with Charles.
Anything where we're being cheeky little boy. And, I don't think...
The bit where your man comes in and he's checking the boiler and Charles is hiding. Oh my god! If you ever get a chance to see that movie, watch it.
Yeah, please, because I don't think, as much as we've talked about the podcast, I still don't think anyone's watched it.
I don't think it's even a good movie. I just think we love it.
He's such a cheeky boy, David. I don't think there's anything else in the Gary and David.
No, that's
just
fair.
doing a quick glance. I don't know.
The first thing that came to my head was Brian and Charles, but I can be swayed.
I think we should go Brian and Charles.
The other thing was I was going to specify that it had to be a movie that we went to see together, but that would take Confess Fletch out and Bullet Train
and Windfall. So of the 5 movies I've named,
but it's fine.
But I still think it's because like something like Windfall and something like Bullet Train, like I watched it and I'd be like, David will love this, and then when I saw your review go up, I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, this is exactly what I expected David to think of it. So I think that's why, even if we didn't see it together, it's still like the understanding of like, you'll love this. Yeah. I feel like I watched something recently where I thought the same. I cannot recall.
I just remember, and it was very particular in Triangle of Sadness, because we were in Screen 9 where there are about 22 seats. And no one was laughing except for us.
I don't think so. People were like, "Oh, this is enjoyable."
Yeah,
but I just think there was enough. Fuck, could it be trying? No, it's not Triangle of Sadness because that's only the middle of that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Brian and Charles.
Yeah.
Brian and Charles Petrescu. Oh yes, I have to do the whole thing. The winner of the best David and Gary movie of the year goes to Brian and Charles.
Woo.
Okay, this one. Okay. And the next category now is most anticipated movie of the year. This is our collection most anticipated movies of the year. I was going to say like one of us would have to say it's the best movie of 2023, so that when we covered it, we could play back us saying it with that, and then for it to be wrong. But I think we'll go with most anticipated.
Yeah.
Nominees for most anticipated movie of 2023 are Oppenheimer, Across the Spider-Verse, Dune 2, The Flash, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Barbie.
The Flash.
Yeah. I can't wait for that fucking dumpster fire of a movie to come out. Like every week, it's like Henry Cavill's in, Henry Cavill's out, Michael Keaton's in, Ben Affleck's out. It's just every week. Like I can't wait for it. Ezra Miller's out.
Ben Affleck's directing.
Yeah, there's so much fucked with it. I cannot wait for it to come out. Okay. I'm so excited.
Sorry, I can see now. Sorry, because when you mentioned it first, I thought it was going to be like the best movie of 2023, but it's not. It's the most anticipated. Yeah,
because and James Gunn now in charge of DC. Like, what's he going to do with the ending now? Because they've reshot some stuff recently as well. Like, oh my god, I cannot wait. It's going to be apparently it's testing quite well. So like, I'm intrigued to see it from the concept anyway. But the whole point of the movie was to reset DC to like the new fucking timeline with Michael Keaton as Batman and the new Superwoman and all that sort of, Supergirl and Batgirl. Oh, that's all gone now. What the fuck is this movie for? I can't wait, mate. I can't wait.
Yeah, fair. And when is that coming out?
Not soon enough, mate. I'll tell you. Oh, like I'm stuck in this accent. I'm so sorry.
It is just the type of thing where, I mean, they don't help themselves.
Do you reckon they just pull it all together?
They could.
June 16th.
They've done it, and this whole Discovery thing as well. They're trying to sell DC.
Yeah,
I mean,
to Universal. But see, they need it to be profitable, which means they need to have it in order, which is why they got James Gunn in. Yeah. So, but this is what this Flash. It's gonna be such a and Ezra Miller as well. Like, we're not even talking about the whole like abuse charges against him and everything. Oh, and Michael Keaton is Batman. Mate, this is like,
the old Batmobile.
Oh, wow! I can't wait.
Imagine if they got Nicholson out of retirement.
See, that I've said Nicholson. Oh, I wonder what that would sound like. Well, Ezra, it's a pleasure to meet you, buddy. Put her there.
Oh my god, yeah, this thing is going to be hilarious.
See, what I wanted from it was I wanted Nick Cage Superman. I thought that could
have
been,
sorry, yeah.
When you said Nickel, I was like, Nick Cage is Superman?
Yeah.
I think that could have been the thing where I'd stand up and applaud to get Nick Cage as Superman.
Yeah, big time.
Imagine if they do it.
Who did that film this year? The Nick Cage film.
What you mean?
Who did the Nick Cage film this year?
The director?
No, the studio.
Oh, I feel like it was Lionsgate.
Okay, never mind. Because I thought like if there was some sort of in there with Nick Cage.
No, but like
that could be
I know
cool.
he got asked to do some big movie recently. Lionsgate. Oh, I'm so good at movies. So anyway, and then what do we got? So we got Barbie coming out the same weekend as Oppenheimer. I'm so excited for that. I'm doing that as a double feature. Okay.
I'm interested to see where it goes. Yeah.
No, it's just the fact that they I don't know. Ooh, could this be Gary fucking himself over for the future? They got such good talent in it. Like Ryan Gosling knows how to pick a good movie. That's
Does
all
he?
I'm saying.
Does he?
No.
What about Margot Robbie? Did she pick a good movie?
Oh, Babylon, Amsterdam. Are you for real? No, but it's also Greta Gerwig as well, who I do trust and. Personally, she's helped me in many a jam, but I know Baumbach as well, who knows how to write sad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I feel like it's not going to be made like a Barbie. Like I feel like it's going to be a critique on society and social commentary and all that sort of stuff, which could be interesting. Yeah. Like I feel like if they could make it in the vein of the Lego Movie, in that it's just funny and in jokey and taking the piss out of itself, it's going to be good. But if it's going to be like I don't know, Margot Robbie and Ken are hot, like isn't that great? We should all be like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I like the society thing.
Yeah, the society thing is good. And then Oppenheimer,
Eat the rich.
I think it's just going to be... I have no expectations for Oppenheimer. I'm very interested. I'm like... He's not made a good movie in a while, mate.
You didn't like Tenet?
No. Tenet's great. I was talking to someone about this the other day where they were like, have you watched the new trailer for Oppenheimer? I was like, I just don't want to watch anything of it because Tenet ruined that. The trailer just ruined that. And again, I understand that's more the gimmick of the movie is being ruined in the trailer. But like, I'm just like... If your movies can fall apart that easily, which I wouldn't have said about a Chris Nolan movie years ago, like that's fine. Dunkirk's fine. Like
Dunkirk's good.
No, it is. No, but like I'm talking Chris Nolan here. Like
I know you didn't like Interstellar either.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, do I not like Chris Nolan? I just love Prestige. I love Prestige. I love Batman movies. I love Memento as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just think I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like same as Barbie has a fantastic cast. Would it be good though?
Look, man, if it gets Cillian Murphy an Oscar,
which I'd back it for.
I'm
that,
all
though.
in.
Yeah. Did you see that? I know this is old news, but he recreated the first bomb without CGI.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. I'm so deranged. I'm all there for that.
Yeah.
Which I was with Jimmy.
Although
Cameron.
you said that about Jimmy. Yeah. James
and then
Cameron.
So if Oppenheimer's 9 hours long.
But yeah, imagine Colin Farrell wins Best Actor and then Cillian Murphy wins Best Actor.
And then who after that? Michael Flatley. Redemption movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be class. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But again, that trailer's been out in the cinema for like 6 months now.
They've been pushing it for too long, I feel.
Yeah.
It has enough buzz, I feel.
Yeah.
It's a Chris Nolan movie.
Relax.
Yeah. Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, don't know which way it's gonna go.
They captured a lightning in a bottle the first time.
Did you see the second Lego movie?
No.
I think it could be like that.
Okay. Well, no Lego in it.
No, just the way like the first one just like hit like home run, and then the second one was just a bit of a damp squib.
I don't know. It's not the same directors though, is it?
No, but it is.
No, as in like sorry, as the first Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, no, it's just that's who are the two lads? Lord and Miller.
Are they doing the second movie?
No,
as well?
they didn't direct the first one. It was just their production company.
Oh shit! They fucking shited on about it like it was theirs, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
there you have
well,
it, Chris.
Sony. That's I think the way Sony fucking push it. Like, but I don't. Look, I'm interested to see dip back into that world. Like, and
is Nick Cage in this one? I didn't see him in the trailer.
No. I'd say it'll be a load of different Spideys.
Yeah. Well, I know like Daniel Kaluuya's in it and others that I have here. Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel Dratch. I love her. Issa Rae. Oscar Isaac. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. TBD.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for it. You could tell me it's in March and it'd be great, and you could say like it's not until October, you'd be like fine. Whereas I'm like, I want my Flash movie.
I'm also a little bit worried the fact that it's a 2-parter, because remember it was supposed to be part 1, part 2. Don't like when they do that.
No, I don't like that either. Speaking of 2-parters, Dune 2, more Dune please.
Yeah. Well, this is another clip you could bring up.
Yes, which I won't.
You won't.
But I'll just say it again because I don't have to fucking look at
No, that's fine.
Which is, if Dune 2 has the same level of quality that Dune 1 had, but is able to successfully finish the Dune story, I think it's the best book series adaptation since Lord of the Rings.
High praise.
But if they fuck it, I'm still right. No, in the sense of like, I'm right.
Yeah.
It disqualifies from the criteria I've set.
Yeah. So you're saying if it's a good movie, it'll be a good series. If it's not, it won't.
Well, no. See, this is my problem with it, and this is why I didn't like that they shot it. They didn't shoot it back to back. If they shot it back to back, that would have ensured the same level of vision throughout. Yeah. Whereas I feel like because Dune 1 wasn't well received, he might start tweaking stuff, and I worry for that.
Yeah. So again, I think this is on WB. Just they need to have a lot more confidence. They don't have a lot more confidence in Denis Villeneuve, but also in the product. They needed to shoot back to back. Like if that had to come out December, when did it come out? December last year, or November last year?
Yeah, November maybe.
Yeah, and then like again November this year. I mean,
yeah, they've lost a lot of momentum for it as well.
Yeah,
but but again they've made up for that somewhat by like not miraculously, but like they have what you call it? They have Zendaya. So like, you know, everyone's gonna go see it from that.
Yeah.
You know, who's the best littlest boy in movies right now?
Who's the littlest boy on the biggest screen?
Yeah, like there's no other little boy that could be on the big sand than Timothée Chalamet. He just won an award earlier. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be rushing out to see his next feature. So I think and then also they've been able to cast Florence Pugh, Austin Butler as well. Like, you know,
you're big on his bandwagon now.
Did you watch any of those clips? Did you like the dinner one? Did you like the Elvis, the Jewish Elvis one? Ruined me, Jewish Elvis.
I didn't like the Jewish Elvis.
I loved it.
It was too silly for me.
Viva Las Vegas.
What was the last one again?
There's one about the regifting thing.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
And then we can cut this. And then there's one more about his monologue is actually very, very sweet. And
there was another one where it ended.
Jewish Elvis.
There's another one where it ended.
Oh my god, this is a disaster.
It ended with like an angel or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one with the family eating dinner.
I don't know. I think it was a different.
Oh
angel.
no, marzipan.
Marzipan. Oh, that was too weird for me. Way too weird.
And we're back. So it's got a stellar cast, but yeah, I hope it remains same quality.
I'm just sorry to cut our momentum there, but you know the way we've gone from we're looking into most anticipated. We've kind of lost a bit of buzz. I feel.
What do you mean?
Just every movie we've mentioned, apart from obviously The Flash, which we've said is going to be shit.
Yeah.
We've just like, no, it's not going to be good.
Yeah. Oh no, but I do have one here. No, I actually can pick up this next one,
yeah.
which is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. this I'm excited for.
Yeah, big time.
Because this is the next one he's done after Top Gun.
Yeah.
And like, he's just like, I haven't died yet, so therefore.
Yeah.
Do you see the clip of him going off the thing? I'm very excited for this.
I mean, he is trying to kill himself, right?
No, but that's what I mean. I think it's in his. See, I think he can't like. I think it's like a life insurance thing that he can't like take his own life, so it has to look like a workplace accident. So he's just gonna keep being like, yeah, we're gonna do this mad stunt today.
I am going to hang off a spaceship.
I'm surprised he hasn't done like a. I'm gonna go underwater for it. Nope, done that shit.
Yeah, he is running out of things.
Yeah, isn't he? I think
because that's what I kind of felt about the last one. The last one was good, but I don't think there was any set piece.
Yeah, and I don't think like from a plot and story thing. I don't think I care about this movie at all. Like, no, but I'm excited to see it in the cinema. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just
on the same level of Top Gun. Like,
yeah, but I just don't know what they're gonna do. It's like you wouldn't fucking Ethan. No, is it Ethan Hunt? No,
Ethan Hunt. Yeah,
Ethan Hunt. Jesus, he's like, Ethan, you wouldn't fucking believe what we need you to do. Like you wouldn't, like you'd call it impossible, Ethan. Like I just love that. The whole setup of all these movies, and the fact it is a part 1 of part 2 as well. So who's to say? But David, what's your most anticipated movie of 2023?
Sorry, it's Indiana Jones.
Oh fuck, I forgot Indiana Jones. Shit.
I was gonna put it down, but I didn't think you'd be up for that.
I'm so not up for that movie. I don't like movies, David. I don't know if I told you that.
You've gotten to that stage in your career.
Unless it's a silly Brian and Charles movie, I have no interest.
You've gotten to that stage where now you're like, well, actually, I watched this movie from 1928.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, where's Citizen Kane 2 these days? I should get a sequel.
Where is Orson Welles?
Yeah, what's he up to these days? I need to speak to his agent.
I don't know. I got
John Wick 4.
Yeah, I just really like that Indiana Jones trailer.
Fast X. The director left halfway through, David.
Yeah, I know.
They've got Gal Gadot back. She died in the 6th one and she's back. And you know what they'll probably do? They'll do what they did with the other guy. Be like, oh, you're back. And she'll be like, yep. And then the movie will continue to happen. Scream 2. I'm looking forward to that.
Scream 6.
Scream 6. Sorry, you know what I mean. So,
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
That was another one I was going to put down, but I was like, it's a bit too silly. Yeah. But that trailer really got me. I was like, wow.
A Haunting in Venice.
Don't know what that is.
The next Poirot movie. Is it? No, is it a Haunting event? No, there is another one. Sorry. It has the same font. That's why I got confused. Aquaman? Oh, Wonka. For real?
Could be Timothée Chalamet's War to Lose.
God. He'll be the littlest, quirkiest man. Boy, sorry. Okay. We need to wrap this up.
Which one are we picking?
What is my most... If I could only see one of these movies. I think Dune 2.
Dune 2,
for me, anyway.
You want to see how that ends.
Yeah. For you?
No, it's Dune.
Dune 2.
Probably would be.
We do need to think of a silly name for that movie, though, just for future reference.
Yeah, Dune 2.
I'm thinking Two Sands, Two Fury. Like something about there's more sand. Like bigger and sandier than ever before. Sandy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dune. What's with these worms? Hey. Okay.
We gotta go dance.
Gotta do it. Sandy. Oh my god.
Gotta do a dance. Get away from these worms.
It's getting so deranged. Right. Congratulations to... That's not a proper word. It's just the most thing. Right. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. You've waited fucking an hour and plus to hear what the movie of the year is. So, the nominees for Best Movie of 2022 are All Quiet on the Western Front, Banshees of Inisherin, Barbarian, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, or, and The Batman.
So this is the one I was like, I meant to ask you this. Is this what we consider objectively the best movie, or is it our favourites? Because
what do we do every month?
Okay, yeah.
It's that, but for the year.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so so just straight out objectively, my favourite movie of the year was The Batman, but it's definitely not the one I'd be like, go out and see it.
Oh wait, was that why you changed your...
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. You should have put your favourites up on
no, because I'll go on Letterboxd.
Okay, fine.
I didn't change the Letterboxd.
Okay, fine.
So like for me, The Batman was great.
Mm-hmm.
But objectively, what was the best movie? Which would I recommend to everyone? Which would I recommend people see? Everything Everywhere All at Once. Or Glass Onion.
I'm seeing not a lot of people like Glass Onion.
Yeah, but I do think
I'm starting to worry I've hyped it up either too much to people, or maybe I don't know what the good fucking movie is.
Yeah. I just think honestly, like Everything Everywhere All at Once was great. Absolutely fantastic. But there was definitely about 20 minutes towards the end I was like,
and would you not say the same about The Batman?
I was having too much of a good time. Honestly.
Okay.
I lost myself in that movie.
I'll be the same with No Time to Die.
Yeah, I lost myself in that movie.
Okay.
I'm somewhere in Gotham.
Somewhere.
Somewhere among
You're in that nightclub.
No, I'm somewhere among the wreckage. The
Oh,
flood.
you're there. You're in the
Yeah.
sports center thing. Okay.
The flood.
I had a funnier thing, but that's fine.
I drowned.
You drowned. Meanwhile, I'm...
Really bring the mood down.
Yeah. So, just for anyone, just for the last... So, in the last 5-10 minutes, we've talked about how we're not excited for any new movies because we're content, and David wants to drown himself in Gotham City.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know how much I love water.
Happy Christmas. What you call it? Yes, everything everyone wants to agree.
But
I
there,
think
like there is other movies there.
Yeah, well, I think okay, so comparing Everything Ever All at Once, I'm just like, that is a movie that we have seen nothing like it before, and is just a complete moment of a movie in that it's so well received all round. It's got Michelle Yeoh's career like back up and running again. Not that she went anywhere, just like she wasn't getting the action roles anymore.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful family drama, and it's able to be a movie. It's a crazy that a movie like this, which could be nearly have a somewhat of it could be a comic book movie about a character, but it's not, and it's being nominated for Oscars, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the fact that the performances in it are being recognized, I think, is incredible.
Also some silly bits as well.
Very silly bits that I love.
Sausage
Finger thing. But again, that universe is set up as to be so silly, but ends up having some of the most emotional moments in that fucking movie. And the Batman, oh my god, like, it's the Batman movie I think it's the best Batmaning we've seen on screen. And I think, like, I don't know, it's just, it was so long ago, actually, it feels, in March, but, I just want a sequel from that, and I want, just to see how this character kind of continues, and the fact that they might be doing a Penguin,
that's my most anticipated thing for
2023. More Colin Farrell, please. Although I'm not too fussed about seeing Barry Keoghan as the Joker. I think I can leave that.
Yeah, fair.
But and also, like, All Quiet on the Western Front, like, in terms of just the reaction is, brought out in me. I think that's just so
pure production was just incredible. And again, with some of these, I was like, I'm just trying to think now. All these came out in cinemas. I think All Quiet was probably the only one I watched at home, and
that's
it's kind of, is it?
Yeah, or
sorry. But it's probably
no more lies, David.
Both of those, I think, definitely would have. I think for both of them, both would have improved in quality if you had seen them in the cinema.
Yes,
like
I agree.
in that environment. But in saying that, I still think All Quiet was just a spectacle.
Yeah.
Same with Or.
Belongs in a museum.
Belongs in a museum.
It does.
Yeah.
Or though, we haven't spoken about that really, actually, and nor will we, because I don't care what you think.
I've been listening to Natu.
It's an absolute banger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the best song, the way I complain about the credit song. Yeah. However, the Rihanna song in Black Panther 2 is actually very, very good for what it's, the kind of the moment it sets up as well in the credits. And it kind of makes sense to the story of the movie, I guess. But Natu. It's like, it's this way. I don't know if you listened to the Oro podcast, but when I was on it, I was talking about how, like, it has this, like, traditional sort of what we would conceive as, like, Indian sort of music, but is able to, like, do a remix on that makes it such a catchy and boppy song. Yeah. Why we should do best song, actually.
Best song.
Yeah, Natu wins best song.
Natu. Class. Yeah, like, the thing for Or is it was everything. Yes. It was just everything.
That's what I said. It's got your comedy, it's got your romance, it's got your action, it's got your thriller, it's got your horror. Maybe not, I don't know. It's got the Brits being at it.
I mean, anything with the Brits is horror.
It's got Taffin Star.
Yeah.
Something Duty, Alison Duty.
Yeah.
She's in
with a whip.
She's also in, like, I don't know, Indiana Jones. I've never heard of it. And then, like, the bromance, the silly action that SS Rajamouli is able to, like, deliver.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's an unbelievable movie, and everyone should watch it. And that's why I wanted to include it in best movie, so I could remind people to go watch it.
Yeah.
We didn't put Top Gun in here.
I was gonna say, when you mentioned it earlier, I was like, we haven't mentioned it the whole podcast, which is very harsh.
Top Gun is one of the best cinema experiences I've had this year.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good movie.
Yeah,
I like it's a bit like Avatar in that, like, oh yeah, like, all the visuals and the cinematography and the action, all fantastic, but, like, what's the
Come on, lad. The trench run was pretty
oh,
cool.
that's all very good, which is why it's better than Avatar 2. And also there's less water. But and Tom Cruise is the only blue Tom Cruise turns is when he goes very high up into the clouds and loses oxygen. But it's but like the story was just so like, and I didn't really care, like the whole thing about Goose and Rooster, I didn't click with me too much. Then the love triangle, not the love triangle, the love story, like Jennifer Connelly, what the fuck's she doing in that? It just felt like a Top Gun, it felt like a Mission Impossible movie that they just repurposed for Top Gun. But then again, I had so much fun watching it. So, but I don't think it's the best movie of this year. I think it's the one I could easily recommend to people as like a fun time, but I don't think it's the best movie.
No, that's fair. Anything else you need
Glass
to discuss?
Onion, which we haven't discussed on the podcast yet. But
So I did really enjoy this. This is like, again, I think these kind of Knives Out murder mysteries are perfect for anyone. I think anyone can get on board with them.
my mother hates them, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she refused to watch this one. Yeah, there you go.
Completely.
There you go. But then again, she liked The Grey Man, so...
Yeah, who's wrong?
Yeah, her.
So in that sense, and again, it's silly fun. There's the whole kind of caricature of society, which is good. I enjoyed that element to it.
The twists and turns.
Plus the fact, I just think, again, editing, production wise, it was like right on point.
Yep.
Like it just does some things. It takes some turns that just I really enjoy. It kind of kept me on my toes because mystery wise, I don't think there's a huge mystery there. I think.
What there is? What are you talking about?
Well,
there's a big whodunit.
I think I don't know about you, but I kind of figured that out straight away.
I agree, but how the movie was able to
untangle
like a delayering of an onion.
Exactly.
I get it now.
Exactly.
But it's no, I still think it expertly had you guessing the whole movie, which I think is the best thing a whodunit can do. And then when it's all revealed at the end, it's like, well, this all makes perfect sense, rather than being like, that's horseshit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is top notch.
Which is why I think just like story wise and editing wise, I think they just really did a solid job there. But again, the fact that it's coming out on Netflix at Christmas, I think this is a perfect time for it just to like hit hard, because you'll have families at home doing nothing, and it's just like, oh, we'll watch this new Knives Out movie on Netflix or whatever. And I would love to. I told you that straight after. Like I would watch another one straight away.
Yeah, and I think it's like, I like the way it's. I don't know who owns the character Benoit, but like, I love in like 50 years time they're doing like they're doing another Benoit movie with Timothée Chalamet as Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
What would Tom Holland sound?
No, don't even try. So what you were attempting there was to put on your Cockney accent while trying to do also a Southern accent.
Yes, I was, David.
That would be impressive. That would be very impressive.
But unfortunately, the mic stopped working.
Plus, I love Daniel Craig. He seems to enjoy it. After giving so much of his life to James Bond, he just looks like he's having such a good time playing such a unique character.
Yeah,
so.
very true. Best movie of the year.
I think it has to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So do I. Just because it's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything you want from a movie. Yeah. And it's new and it feels fresh, and I don't know, it's like I don't know, I think it is like a movie that kind of defines 2022 as well. Much like Blackbird. But this.
Sorry, how many movies are on the list?
What you mean?
That list there, the top movies.
7.
So okay, there was 7 on all of them.
Roughly.
Around there.
Well, because I tell you what, personally, what happened, because I asked you for 5 and I made 5, and then usually we had about 2 or 3 the same. And then if you didn't have one that I had, I was like, yeah, he's probably right.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. But what I would say is, if you can watch all 7 movies, please do.
Oh yeah, we should have done something like that, like an Obama, like Obama's favorite movies of the year.
All right,
I know we kind of did that.
Do a letterbox.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
No, that's gonna say.
What would Barack Obama sound like as Benoit Blanc? But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
The winner of the best movie of 2022 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. There you go.
Yeah, it's correct.
There you go.
The most legitimate award they will ever receive.
Exactly. Yeah. And it sounds so much like the Golden Gazzie. I'm sure people will know the difference and know it's not a bad thing to win a Golden Gazzie. Yeah. Golden Gazzie for best movie. And also, you have to think about it. Like, that's Everything Ever All at Once has only won 1 Golden Gazzie. Blackbird's won 2.
So, I think that's something which is the better movie?
Exactly. And this thing's going to be asking yourself. And I think to have such ambiguity about an awards thing that we've made, I think is fantastic.
Big time.
Yeah, like Timothée Chalamet. Do you know he won a Golden Gazzie this year? Oh, for what? Just being Timothée Chalamet. You know? And then we talk about like, What else? What else won Gazzies this year? Golden Gazzies
Do you
this
know
year.
what was the most anticipated movie?
Yeah. Well, that's not an award. That's a title. You know what I mean? It's like in the Oscars when they have the biggest fan moment.
Oh, fucking
it's that
bullshit.
sort of thing. Yeah, it's not a proper Oscar. You know what I mean?
Do you hear what was the best David and
The
Gary
Gary movie. Can you believe? So was that Brian Charles?
Yeah.
Brian Charles. Crazy. And then also, you can probably work out how many people. It's like, oh my god, did you see Jimmy Fallon was nominated for a Gazzie? You're like, interesting. He received as many nominations as, I don't know, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio too.
Pinocchio? No, that was two different types of Pinocchio, David.
Oh, sorry.
You know, the character Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is going on for far too long.
Yeah.
Say Finn?
C'est la vie.
Ouais, très bien. Parlez-vous en français?
Où est la toilette?
Ah, c'est bon. Right, David, thank you so much for doing this. Not even this one, just the whole year.
Yeah.
What a fantastic thing we've done to what's the word? To document the year.
Document the year.
Document our thoughts of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In 10 years' time, we'll listen back to this and we're like,
What were we thinking?
We're like, when is The Flash coming out?
Still we're just doing some reshoots. I swear to God, we're just this is gonna recreate the DC universe.
Yeah, it's going to reshape the hierarchy. Yes, thank you to David. Thank you to everyone who's listened to this and all the episodes this year, specifically the awards ones. And if there's any awards you want for next year, let us know. I'll try to remember which ones we've done this year to reuse for next year.
Yeah, I think we do have to kind of take some out there.
Oh, for like the month-to-month ones.
Yeah.
I think we need to rethink it. Again, we'll have a production meeting about this. Yeah. And yes, you could follow us.
Points.
What?
Points.
Now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Production meeting.
Production meeting. Points meeting. And yes, if you want to keep up to date with the podcast, you can follow @Reading in the Piers on Instagram. You can follow us on Letterboxd. My name is Gary O'Brien, spelt in a funny way on Letterboxd, and David is DScanlon10. You can follow on Spotify and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you can listen to podcasts, I guess. I don't know. Go follow us there. What else did we always used to ask people to do? 5 stars on Spotify. Haven't asked in a while.
Will we have questions at the end of this? Oh, no, you have it on Instagram.
What do you mean?
No, sorry, for your best movie of the year. You put that on Instagram, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I didn't like make it a People's Choice Award thing because they were kind of all over the place. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I was just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, this is probably a bad time to mention it at the end of the podcast. But
no, sorry, I was just gonna say like in Spotify.
Oh yeah. I'll throw a cheeky little poll in there.
I don't know if the polls have been getting much traction.
I think it's some traction, but I'll throw one in there. Again, these are great things to end the podcast with.
Exactly.
Anything else? Anything else important we missed up off the top?
Have a good Christmas.
Have a fantastic. Well, this is coming out after Christmas, but I hope you had a good Christmas.
I hope you had a good Christmas. Have a good New Year.
Have a good New Year. Let us know what movies you're excited for 2023.
There you go. So that should be the poll.
Yeah, there you go. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having a fantastic 2023. Thanks again for listening. We hope you enjoyed.
Good evening.
Good night. And goodbye.